Hey guys, welcome to Hanging Out with Dee. We have a very, very exciting show today. We have with us Tony of Il Bacio Ice Cream here in Danbury, and we're gonna find out a little bit about what motivated him to become an ice cream connoisseur and maker of fresh ice cream here in Danbury. And then we're actually gonna make some real fresh ice cream here on set. Welcome, Tony.
Thank you so much.
We love your ice cream shop so much. I actually found out about it first from my kid's pediatrician after they had gotten a shot. He's like, you have to go across the road and go get some ice cream for the kids.
Well, thank you.
And we've been coming there for probably at least 4 years. So really, really great ice cream, and we love coming by.
Thank you.
So what got you started in the ice cream business?
First of all, I always enjoyed ice cream.
Ah.
Loved ice cream. I was born in Europe.
Oh.
So there we didn't have ice cream, we had gelato. It's a different kind of ice cream. And the gelato of then, of the late 60s and 70s, isn't the gelato today. Today it's a lot smoother than when it was then.
Okay.
When we came to this country,
Where did you come from?
I was born in Portugal.
Oh, wow.
We came probably 69 or 70. Came to Danbury. My brother had come here first, called us over. Portugal had a war going.
Yeah.
To get independence. We had a dictator, so a lot of Portuguese came to this country.
Okay.
Danbury has a big descent of Portuguese and Italians, and a lot of them were from dictators.
Yeah.
So when we got here as a child and discovered ice cream, and it was a different concept because the ice cream of the old days, it was creamy, because based on the word ice cream.
Yeah.
And cream was your first ingredient in real ice cream.
Okay.
Because that's what makes really good ice cream.
Yeah.
Is using. So when I got here, I was like, that was it. That was my favorite food. And always loved it. Always stayed in it. Started working. Came over poor, and so probably about 5th grade, started working at Del Mar Restaurant, Center Street, washing dishes, prepping, in the food industry.
Yeah.
I used to then work sometimes at the Old Oak Restaurant by Liberty Street. Stayed in the food industry.
Yeah.
But I still loved ice cream.
Yeah.
So we eventually winded up, when I was in high school, I would still go back to Portugal in the summer to learn my heritage. It was free, it was independent, so it made it a lot easier. We could go back. My family was there, my grandparents. So last year of high school, I went there and I met Gina. That's
your wife.
That's my wife.
Your beautiful wife.
She was from Germany, and she had the same problem. She was born in Portugal. Because of the revolution, her parents left for Germany.
Yeah.
So Gina was raised in Germany.
Yeah.
But by luck, we lived in a farming community in a little town. So her mom was from there. My grandparents were from there. We went on vacation same time. Probably we were 17 and we met.
Oh my goodness.
And first we just stayed as friends. And as we got older, we'd still meet each other. I would go to Europe to visit her.
Yeah.
One year I just tracked all through Europe. And I went to see her there. She lived in Wiesbaden, about 40 minutes from Frankfurt. There used to be a US base there, a big one. So I said to her, you know what? It's working good, let's just get married.
Yeah.
So we were 21 and we got married.
That is amazing. How many years have you been married?
It's going to be 29 years this August.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is such a beautiful love story.
Yeah, we flipped the coin. Do we live here or Germany? So
America!
she came to America. Now she's the only one here. She has no family here, but she loves it. She loves America. She became a U.S. citizen, an American. So did I, because neither one of us was born here.
Yeah.
So we had to do our test, and now we're Americans both.
Yeah.
Proud, we vote, and we enjoy the country. It's a beautiful country.
Well, I mean, America is a nation of immigrants.
It totally is.
That's what makes America America.
It's a beautiful, beautiful country. I mean, sometimes we take for granted what we have. And when I'd hear stories from my father, how it's so different under harsh rulership, to hear so much freedom and everybody will butt heads because they don't agree, but they're not seeing the luxury they have
Yeah.
of the freedom to butt heads.
Yes.
You know, and it's so great of a country for having
Yes, yes, yes. Because you can relate to being in a country where you couldn't.
that. Yeah. Oh,
Butting
absolutely.
heads and disagreeing is a
You
luxury.
didn't- It's a luxury. You didn't
Correct.
get that luxury. You don't disagree with a dictator.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a lot. It's a very good country, and it was a country created by the middle class, created by ideas,
Yeah.
created by hard work.
Yeah.
If you worked hard, you prospered.
Yeah.
It was good. It feels good. It's a country of still of opportunity, of chances.
Yeah.
So she came over, and she went to college there. But when she came here, it was hard for her. She wasn't liking it, and we're like, oh boy. And I said to her, why don't we start our own business? We work together. We happen to get along very well together. So we had bought Double Twister on Durant Street, across from Matt Lumber, in 1988. The 1st of March is when we opened the doors.
A double twister.
Double Twister we opened. Reality, the first 2 years we didn't have a profit.
That's
no
normal.
profit.
Yes, that's
so
normal, yeah.
I actually would work construction. I get up at 5 in the morning. I'd go to construction, get home at 5 or 6, shower, go to the ice cream, work until midnight.
Wow.
Did it for 2 years.
Wow.
It came to a point the body was giving out.
Yeah.
And so we made the conclusion, what are we going to do? And I said, construction's too hard on the body. And I said, and my love is the ice cream. So we got to make a choice. So we went to the ice cream. I stopped, and we put everything we had into knowledge, into learning. I decided the recipes were really factory recipes. It was more like pour a bag of cream. They would already sugar it for you.
Yeah.
Break some cookies or weave some chocolate.
Yeah.
Nothing too complicated.
Yeah.
But that's what you could buy in the supermarket.
Yeah.
There's no fun. What are you going in there? And at the time, the ice cream still in the late 80s, 90s was still pretty good ice cream in the supermarket. So you still got decent ice cream. We decided, let's go. We got to learn this. We got to learn this. So I started learning about cream. I started learning how butter fats, how trial and error, throwing it out, just creating recipes. The only year I wish I was professionally trained, it would have saved me years of messing up, basically. But at the same time, you know, when you have a passion and you have a love.
I can tell, yes, you have a lot of passion
and
about
you
ice
love it.
cream, yeah.
Sometimes the trial and error makes you better.
Yeah.
You know, because when you mess up,
It teaches you.
it
It is a
teaches you.
teacher.
And
Correct.
it drives me to where
Correct.
I might put it in the back burner, but in my mind, what did I do wrong? And then eventually, I go right back to it. I've had flavors that were difficult. Like 12 years ago, we did cupcake. One of the girls said to me, you know, she eats cupcake, and cupcakes were becoming big at the time. Why don't you make cupcake ice cream? And
Yeah.
I looked at her and I go, that's so easy. Until I started making the batter, you know, the base. And I wanted the base not to taste like vanilla ice cream. That's too simple.
Yeah.
So as I was trying to work with the base, it took me at least 7 tries. And everybody kept saying, it's good. And I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
Every time, then they go, wow, it's really good. And I still do that. I still do it to today. I have a lady that comes in there. She must be coming for years. I don't remember her having anything else but chocolate ice cream.
Oh.
That's all she has. So usually this time of the year we're slow. It's cold.
Of
It's
course,
winter.
yes, yes.
And I'll play with the recipes. So I've been playing with the chocolate. I've been putting a little bit more, a higher cocoa content. Okay, because when we make chocolate ice cream, we use cocoa. We buy 50 bags of cocoa. So I was playing, changing it, and then different cocos taste different. So I'm trying different blends. And I ask her opinion. What better than when somebody eats something all the time?
To taste the difference
There
and
you
see
go.
what they like.
And I get great feedback.
So
from
she's your
that.
taster.
For chocolate, because she eats chocolate like crazy. Gina, we've had so much compliments on our coffee ice cream. It's real coffee. We don't use any artificial flavoring, no artificial coloring.
Yeah.
So it's real.
Yeah.
And once in a while, I'll play with it because coffees don't taste the same. So I'll take a different Colombian or a Brazilian or to see what I can get out of it.
Yeah.
But it's hardest because you're trying, it's food, and food is a love affair. It's like it's like anything in the world, a woman.
I like that. Food is a love affair.
It's a love affair. When you see a girl, not everybody is beautiful to them. Food is the same way.
Yeah.
What you like doesn't necessarily
appeal to somebody else. Yeah.
So you have to work the majority group.
Yeah.
Will they like it?
Yeah.
And that's where the hard part is. Like pomegranate was 6 years ago. We wrote pomegranate. When I first made it, when you put it in your mouth, it's sweet. Then it gives a little tang of bitterness. You feel your cheeks go in.
Yeah.
So I had a gentleman try, and he goes, "You're a genius. This is great." And I go, "You like it that much?" Next day, I have a guy come in, a regular. "Well, what's going on with you? Are you losing it? Why?"
He hated it.
I hate this ice cream.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like.
So what did you do? You forgot about it?
I made a couple buckets. I let it go, and I just waited for the feedback.
Well, I can tell you, as someone born in Jamaica, I've tried your rum and raisin
and
grape nut.
Grape nut.
And very, very good, very authentic. Your coconut flavor is also very very
grape
good.
Nut is when we went to Jamaica and we had it.
Yeah, did you actually go?
We went to Jamaica about 8 times, me and my wife. So we like the rum raisin there in Jamaica is strong.
It's serious.
Right,
it's a real thing.
Serious.
Yeah.
And I just can't have 4-year-olds drunk and leaving the store.
That would be cool.
So we had to cut back.
For grown-ups only.
Yeah, I mean, when you go to Jamaica, and I noticed that, I go, whoa.
You know, it's real rum. It's
real
not,
rum.
It's a serious thing.
It's a kicker. So I go, we can't do that. But the grape nut, I like that. I like that wheat and barley taste.
Yeah.
It's not a sweet ice cream. It's nice, has texture.
Yes.
So I bring it back, and we called it grape nut. Nobody would buy it. Nobody would want to taste it. And then me and my wife, it's good. We thought it was good.
Yeah.
So we changed the name, Vanilla Crunch.
And once you change it to Vanilla
People
Crunch,
would go,
everybody
"Can I try it?" And we'd say, "Tell us what it is." And they're like, "I don't know. It's grape nuts." And they're like, "This is good."
Just the change of the name.
You had to give them a chance to try it or open their
minds
curiosity
just by the name. That's pretty
name.
powerful.
Yeah.
So you have kids. How many kids do you have?
We have 2 boys. We have a 7-year-old and a 12-year-old. Like I said, when we started Double Twister, our first 2 years were rough. After the 3rd, we started to gain. We learned. We got better. We got better at writing the recipes. We got better at making ice cream. We got better at everything. It was kicking in.
Yeah.
Our last, when we got to 9 years, 10, we were doing really good. We were successful, but I was working 7 days a week, 12 hours to 14 hours a day. We did close at November all the time to mid-February. I'd open the door every time, 1st of March.
Okay.
But that's when we went to Jamaica. We'd go back to Europe, to Germany.
That's when you'd travel.
We traveled. But at first it was great. But then we discovered, we're like, what's the point? You know, the money's starting to come in, but we're not really people that like, I don't want a big car, I don't want a big, the money is to survive, and it's to help. It's also to help your communities, raise your children. You're not taking it with you.
Yeah.
So we decided we wanted children. We were now in our 30s. We were like, okay, we're under a lot of pressure. What are we going to do? So we actually sold it off and handed it off to a family member. And we took a little break.
You sold off Double Twister?
Double Twister, year 2000.
Okay.
We sold it. And so we have nothing to do with Double Twister. It was no longer in our hands. We wrote the recipes. I stayed there 3 months. I wanted to make sure
they got it right.
They got it right.
Yeah.
I mean, I love food. Like I said, it's a love affair. All foods are.
Yeah.
You're supposed to enjoy it. You're supposed to eat it slow.
Yeah.
I would go around to companies that sold equipment and help stores that weren't making it, what they were doing wrong.
Like a consultant?
Consultant. But I did it for very little money, because if I ever came back, they would help me out, give me special prices.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, a lot of ice cream stores don't have money. You can't afford a real consultant.
That's tough.
But I still loved it. I still had that itch. And most were failing because they just don't have the knowledge.
Yeah.
Like real ice cream, the first ingredient is supposed to be cream. When you eat ice cream, in your palate, in your mouth, you have to learn how to play with real cream. As I remember when I started Double Twister, the old guys, I used to put a lot of heavy cream. And then professionals, my old sales guys would come in, and I was all proud. I put a lot of heavy cream, and they would taste. I go, it's really good, right? They go, yeah. I go, you're not. I said, Tony, it's heavy cream. I could taste butter around my mouth. That's not the top shelf of ice cream yet. And I go, what am I doing wrong? I said, real ice cream is food. When you put ice cream in your mouth, first thing you want is a taste of cream. You want it to go away. Because if like you have coffee, let's say it's coffee ice cream, you taste cream on your mouth, your palate, it moves, it leaves. Now a coffee comes, and you should be able to in your mouth like you're smelling it.
Oh my
the
God.
The aroma.
This is so much
so
passion.
So when you swallow it, you're lingering, it's not of cream,
yes.
but of coffee.
Yes.
Now you've made it to the right level.
Yeah.
Because you can't coat the mouth with too much. That's just pouring a lot of heavy cream. So all of our recipes now have different butterfat content because some need help
and some
don't need help.
Tell me about the award or the acknowledgement you got from the New York related.
That was our favorite. Our
Tell
favorite
us about that one.
Award was the New York Times.
Really? What did they say?
I was making ice cream and I was finishing up, and Gina's in the front. And when Gina's there, like even when customer comes in and we have there, it says Tony and Gina, they'll go, it's your wife. And they go, no, it's my partner. And they go, oh, you're not married? I said, she sweated, worked, she owns it, she has every right to the name as owner. She's my wife when we leave here. I respect her, I honor her. She earned every right. She's a boss. She's not my wife. When we leave here, that's my wife.
Oh,
and I'm
so
her
beautiful.
husband.
That's
but when
beautiful.
we're there, that's my partner. She
That's
earned
awesome.
every right of ownership.
I love
and
that.
I tell that to people. I've had old guys that have said to me, oh, you don't wear the pants. And I go, whatever you want.
Whatever you say.
Whatever you say. Don't argue. It's not it's worth to argue with a customer.
Yeah.
So I'm in the back. She has a gentleman, an older gentleman, tall, starts asking these questions that only a person in the industry should know. So she calls me. She goes, listen, there's a guy back there, and he's asking too much. You want to go out there? So I walk out there, and the gentleman, I ask him, are you in the ice cream industry? And he just pulled out his credentials. He was a New York Times food critic.
A secret food critic.
So I said to him, what do you want us to do?
Yeah.
And he basically just wanted tastes. He would tell me what he wants. He'd ask what it is, like strawberry ice cream. I remember him pointing to it, and he goes, I like you use real strawberries. I go, how do you know? Most people don't know I use real strawberries. He goes, you look for dots. All strawberry, the seeds are on the outside. Those little black dots, that's the seed of a strawberry. When you use real strawberries, you puree them, and they're in there. They're little dots everywhere, so you know it's real strawberries.
Yeah.
So he tasted. Coconut was actually one of his favorite of all.
That's right.
And he said at the end, I'll give you a call if you made it in or not, because he said he was going to be here for a whole day. He hadn't picked who was the one that he was going to write up. He said he was going to pick one.
So he was traveling to different stores.
All area. He said he was going to be in the whole area of Connecticut, and he said, right now, I can't tell you because I'm still not done. I still got other stores
Oh my
to go.
goodness. Guess what, guys? We are going to make ice cream with Tony. All right, so here we are again with Tony, all set up to make awesome ice cream, but we want to find out, where does ice cream come from?
I think most people know, but just in case, it's cows. They give us the milk. Almost all ice cream is made from cow. Other animals do produce milk. In this country, most of our milk all comes from cow, 90% of it. But we do have goat or sheep milk.
But you were telling me that most of the milk that we have comes from the black and white cows?
Yeah, the Holstein cows. Most of the dairy in the United States, that doesn't mean it's the only cow that produces, but in this country here, yes, it's the black and white cows. That's the most common. As you drive around, you'll see them at farms. That in this country was the most cow they bring in.
Wow, black and white cows. Didn't know that. All right, so go ahead, Tony.
I'm going to grab some whipped cream. I have it over here. You're fine. Stay right there. Okay.
This is awesome.
What we're going to do, I'm just going to do quick, is some whipped cream. for at home. So if you want to make it really simple, natural, I bring two kinds. We have one here it says heavy whipping cream. Heavy whipping cream, I think, usually has carrot green in here. It will usually make it fluff a lot faster. This is what usually I like to use at the store. It has nothing in there but heavy cream. That's the only ingredient. But for the house, to help you out, to make it, the ones that say heavy whipping, will whip up a lot easier. So for a homeowner, any of these you could buy in a supermarket.
All right, so we're going to go with heavy whipping cream.
We're going to use heavy whipping for the household. So this way, just pour a little. I'm going to use a blender to show you how easy it is to make at home. What I do, you always want to add a little bit of flavoring. So let's put a little vanilla. This is just vanilla. That's all that is. This is sugar. What I did was I melted the sugar a little bit down because you want to add a little bit in there. That's all it is. I melted it because I don't want it to be grainy. I want it to be smooth. You could use the regular sugar, but just beat it around a little bit so you can degrade it. So
yeah, more like a syrup consistency.
Right.
Got it.
Okay, let's get this on there. Now I'm gonna just beat this up, so bear with me on the noise. When you hear that noise, it's done. You heard how the machine's not beating anymore? So this is it. Now what you would get, if you want to get one of those bags, see how that is? Nice and stiff. See that? You could put it in a little pastry bag, just put it over any dessert, and then play with it. If you want a little bit sweeter, add a little bit sugar. Don't forget, heavy cream doesn't have any sugar added to, but cream itself has a natural sugar from the cow. So really good ice cream that has a lot of heavy cream has a natural sugar content from the cow. You don't have to add it. So if you want to put it in the bag, take it out, and you can design any dessert you want. And then to have fun, what I said I do, let's not end it here. Since we have this already dirty,
let's make some chocolate.
Let's make some chocolate. This is sort of a mousse. Put a bit in here. You can use either one. This I make there in the ice cream. It's fudge. You can use Hershey, or you can melt chocolate in your microwave. If you do melt chocolate in your microwave, the secret to melting chocolate in the microwave, put it about 10, 15 seconds at a time. Stir it outside. Put it back in there, 10, 15 seconds. Stir it again. Any more, you're going to burn your chocolate. Okay. You can make it at home. You can melt your own chocolates. So I don't want to put any more. I don't want to put any sugar in here because I feel it's already sweet. Oh, almost forgot. I love to add always a little bit of vanilla. I think it gives a little flavor. We want to hear that sound when the beater sounds like it's not catching anymore and it's not grabbing anything. Now what we do, just go inside, get her off the sides because you want to make it all chocolatey. And then when you're done, put it in a cup, and you really want to put it in the refrigerator to get it stiff. Okay. But you still could eat it now. Okay, one more time just to get it nice and stiff. See how it sounds like it's not catching anything? It's telling us it's ready. Okay, see, I didn't mix it that well, but that's fine.
This is awesome.
Now look. See, you just made a chocolate mousse. That's it. You could put a little bit of your cream on top. Well, we're gonna make a little bit of mess there. Let me grab a little spoon. But if you want, just put a little bit of white in there, and that's it. You can make
garnish it with a little strawberry.
A little strawberry if you want on the side. Put it there. You can make this at home. It's very simple, and it's very easy. You know, with your blender, there's all different ways you can play with. Just use the natural ingredients. Use the natural flavors. Mm-hmm. Like this, like I say, you could use either chocolate syrup. If you want to really make a good chocolate, put your chocolate in a cup. Don't use plastic. Use some kind of a bar, something
like a ceramic container.
No plastic, because plastic.
Like a real plate, yeah.
Right, could give off the chemical. do it, like I said, 10 seconds at a time.
So
Stir it.
what kind
It would
of
melt
chocolate?
your
What kind of chocolate?
If
Just
you
the
want-
regular bar chocolate?
Mousses are better with dark chocolate.
Okay.
So melt a dark chocolate, but it's steady. So you don't have to do it on the stove. And then you can pour it in here. It's liquefied. The cream will take over. It won't let it get hard.
Yeah.
And then you can flavor it.
Yeah. This is very exciting. We can all tell that you have a passion for what you do. And I like that you said that food is like love and ice cream is like love. That's really beautiful.
Food is beautiful.
Yeah.
What other thing do we celebrate? At a wedding, at a baptism, it's always food.
Yeah.
Jesus, what did he do when he broke bread? He had dinner.
Food, yes.
Food. What
Yeah.
do you have? It's always food is there.
Yeah.
It's a way, it's a love, it's a celebration. Food is to enjoy.
Yeah.
I like that people now are getting into real food. They're not so in love with the fast food.
Yeah.
Because food is to enjoy.
Yeah. And I like that you showed us all how we can make our own dessert at home. All we need is some heavy cream,
Heavy cream, a
some
little
syrup.
or sugar.
sugar.
What I did was I put the sugar in a little bit of water and I stirred it. But you could take the sugar, put it in the heavy cream, and just stir it a little bit until it's melted. I just want to prevent the gratiness. That's
Yeah.
all I was trying.
Add that back. We can melt our own chocolate
Melt your own chocolate.
and create a beautiful dessert for
That's
the
a
ones we
mousse.
love.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, Tony. It was great talking with you and learning about ice cream. Find us on Facebook and email us at hangingout@morphstudios.com. See you next time.